production of PBS 39.
Members of PBS 39.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. We kick off tonight's program with something that many of us can relate to. Does this sound familiar? You get home from work, pick up the kids, drop them off at soccer practice and dance class, and by the time you get home, it's after 7, and the last thing you want to do is make dinner. So you turn to the old faithful, fast food. We all know it's not the healthiest choice, so how can we avoid it after a hectic day? In our Better Body Challenge, Jeff Cherico shows us how to make a week's worth of meals in just about 2 hours.
It's some strict shopping when Joe Arangio gets a hold of the cart.
You don't want to take food with preservatives or anything processed. Try to keep it as unprocessed as possible.
You might recognize Joe from our previous Better Body Challenge episodes. He's director of peak strength and conditioning, and it's his job to teach hundreds of clients, average folks like 30-year-old Carl Montanaro, how to exercise properly. Carl's been faithful to the workout regimen, but eating's a different story.
I look for quick, easy things, and Joe will probably smack me, but like the granola bars and stuff like that. I know sometimes I'll eat an entire bag of popcorn to myself.
After 7 months on peak, Carl's lost only 12 of the 25 pounds he hoped to shed. Joe suggests a reason why many people don't meet their weight loss goals has nothing to do with working out.
The nutrition component of what we do is absolutely as important as the exercise. And most people say, we don't have time, or we don't know what to purchase, or we don't cook.
So to help those busy families on the go to eat healthier and trim down, Tempo's unveiling Joe's 2-hour meal plan. And
cook all the food for the week, freeze it, put it in the refrigerator, and you're ready to go.
And how long will that take?
2 hours.
Right, thus the title. So we begin first at the grocery store, but don't pick up just anything. Or you have a special technique?
Easiest way is just to stay on the perimeter of the store. Most stores start with produce, fruit, vegetables, wraps around to the meat department, eggs, cheeses, yogurts. And
we're off. Bananas, melons, and broccoli. Load up on the fresh food. They're the best source of vitamins and good carbohydrates. But no, candy corn does not qualify as produce, Carl. We move along to the back of the store, to the meat department. Joe picks up some chicken, ground beef, pork, and sausage for variety. If you control the portions, he says red meats aren't so bad.
It's not the fat that we're really concerned with. It's the highly processed carbohydrates.
We continue our health food hunt in the dairy aisle. Skim milk, eggs, cheese, and
vanilla non-fat yogurt.
While Joe's thinking about good eating, so's Carl. We keep heading down the dairy aisle and pass right by my seemingly harmless breakfast staple, orange juice. A close look at the nutrition label shows 8 ounces of Florida Natural OJ contains 22 grams of sugar, almost as much as an 8-ounce Coke.
Most people think orange juice is just, all natural and the best thing you could have in the morning.
It's fortified with sugar. It's not a bad thing. There are just better choices. Eat an orange, don't drink the juice.
We leave the perimeter of the store to pick up a chili kit, beans, some whole oats, sugar-free popsicles, Mediterranean couscous, and a cookie or two for one last hurrah. Sorry, Joe. So we have our food.
We've got our food.
We're all set here. It's about 12:25.
Mm-hmm.
And you say by 2:25 we can have our meals done for the rest of the week?
About 30 to 35 meals.
Well, let's get started.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
The chili takes 45 minutes, so we start there first. Carl chops onions, Joe browns the beef, I wash the mushrooms. After that's done, Joe heads to the grill with pork loins he seasoned himself.
We're going to take all our pork chops and cook them on the top, 5 minutes each side for 10 to 15 minutes.
We spice up the chili, drop in some beans, sprinkle some lemon herb seasoning on the chicken breast for another meal, which then goes on the grill when the pork's done. Inside, the broccoli's steaming, and we begin to cut our grilled pork in half. We place each serving into separate plastic containers so we won't eat too much at any one point. a key to keeping thin.
If we control our portions, we eat frequently throughout the day, we combine all of our meals with 8 to 16 ounces of water, we eat every couple of hours, these are answers to a lot of our problems.
What problem? The fattening of America. The Centers for Disease Control reports 65% of American adults were overweight in 2000. Extra weight can lead to health problems like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke, osteoarthritis, depression, and much more.
We're seeing more people using fast food restaurants or just eating too much bread, too much pasta, too much healthy, nutritious foods.
So nutritionists suggest limiting your meat and carbs to about the size of your fist and eat more smaller meals, maybe 6 times a day. Now back to the kitchen. We're about an hour in. Our pork is finished and packaged. The chicken is on the grill. The chili is simmering. The broccoli is steaming. And right over here, Joe is seasoning our Delmonico steak. With an hour left, there's plenty to do, and we've got a clock to beat. So hit fast forward. Two hours, time is up, and our meals for the week are all prepared and sitting right here. First meal, 7 a.m. Mix 1/2 cup of whole oats, which are good for your heart and metabolism, with the same amount of granola. Add some fat-free milk and heat it up. Don't forget to always pair carbs with proteins, so you'll want to cook up a couple protein-rich eggs. 2 hours later, pull out a container of chicken and a nectarine. At lunchtime, try your pork and broccoli. Wash it down with water. So we're going to eat again around 2:30?
2:30, yep.
And so we'll use our
tuna salad.
Tuna salad.
And a grapefruit.
For dinner, try your steak, couscous, and spinach salad. And if you're hungry before bed, make a shake with frozen fruit, milk, and protein powder. And don't forget to keep 1 day a week as your free day. That's when you can enjoy that pizza, sticky buns, and candy corn. So can Carl stick to this plan?
I think with enough commitment, anything could work. It's whether or not I have the commitment to sit down and actually cook, 2 hours every single week and portion everything out.
Although Joe's not a nutritionist, his menu matches what experts recommend. And believe it, this is how he lives, and he says you can as well. 2 hours a week will save you time and inches on the waistline. For Tempo, I'm Jeff Cherico reporting.